Well, today is Unity Day, and many schools across the country are taking part. It's a national campaign to take a stand against bullying and instead unite for kindness, tolerance, and acceptance.
And as we continue our series of special reports, Bullied to the Brink, we revisit a Washington County teen who says he was victimized for years until he changed schools. 13 Investigates' Tessa Bentulin joins us now with the story. Tessa.
Rachel, Elaine, after we aired our story about the Hartford School District, we heard from even more parents about issues of bullying and intolerance. But tonight, we are focusing on neighboring school district in Warren County that seems to have taken inclusion to the next level. It has also brought peace of mind to that struggling teenager. At Hadley Luzerne Senior High, you will find all kinds of students. What you won't find is a tolerance for bullies or homophobia. Just ask Grayson Barachina.
There are kids there who identify with what I identify with, who dress similar, who are also part of the LGBTQ community and kind of I can relate to.
Grayson transferred from the Hartford School District this year after what he calls years of bullying, abuse, and even death threats. He is transgender, born female, but identifying as male. He says he can finally breathe again.
As soon as I walked into the library, there was a Progress Pride flag right there, and I immediately had like a feeling of happiness just wash over me.
We try to make our schools the safest place it can be.
Superintendent Burgess Ovett, who served as Hadley Luzerne High School principal for 8 years, says his district follows all the state-mandated protocols, including DASA, Dignity for All Students Act. Complaints are investigated and disciplinary action is taken if warranted. But Ovett believes the key to success at Hadley Luzerne is the kids. He points to their 2018 No Place for Hate campaign at school. It was a student-driven initiative.
The whole high school jumped on. We had some school-wide programs, and we were and have been in that for the last few years.
Signs and banners hang from the walls all over the school. Superintendent Ovett says an accepting environment helps all students be their best physically, emotionally, and educationally.
If you're not comfortable, if it's walking across the parking lot or sitting there to learn, you're not putting your time and your effort and your body and thoughts into that. You're worrying about something else.
For Grayson Barachina, bullying and intolerance have taught him some difficult lessons. He's just relieved he has finally found a place to belong.
That's why I'm very appreciative and lucky.
On Friday, this Friday, Hadley Luzerne will conduct a anti-bias training in conjunction with the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. And coming up at 6, we'll hear from a child psychologist about the potentially damaging and long-term effects bullying behavior can have on its targets.
New at 6, we continue our series, Bullying to the Brink, with some words of warning from a local child psychologist.
We've shared with you the story of one teen who says he was bullied so badly he had to switch schools. And while things are better now, experts say the impact of the traumatic experience can last a lifetime. 13 Investigates' Tessa Bentulin is here now with the details. Tessa, good evening.
Mark, Sabrina, it took Grayson Barachina a lot of courage to speak out about his experience, and even the superintendent at his new school acknowledges these are situations where teachers can learn a tremendous amount from their students. If these signs are any indication, a major priority for Hadley Luzerne schools is to make sure every student feels welcome.
I think more kids feel comfortable being themselves. More kids will be comfortable walking the halls and not worrying about or trying to hide something that they may be embarrassed or picked on or bullied about. So I think the kids are more open.
Superintendent Burgess Ovett says he wants all his students to learn beyond the curriculum.
You want these kids to be critical thinkers, lifelong thinkers, learners, and we embrace that.
Feeling safe and included is something Grayson Barachina knows all about this year.
As soon as I walked into the library, there was a Progress Pride flag right there, and I immediately had like a feeling of happiness just wash over me.
Grayson identifies as a transgender male. He was born a female. Grayson says he transferred to Hadley Luzerne from Hartford Central School District after years of intense bullying. It was a traumatic ordeal for Grayson at the time, but bullying can have long-term effects, according to Rudy Nidegger, a child psychologist.
If children feel that there's nothing they can do about it, then there will be some longer term implications. The most common ones are issues involving depression or anxiety or both.
Grayson says he struggles with both. Superintendent Ovett believes students will never reach their full learning potential unless they feel like they're in a safe environment, something Rudy Nidegger echoes.
They're not going to be as effective as learners in school. Now, even if they're still making good grades, I can assure you that they're not learning as much or as efficiently as they would.
And on Friday, 2 days from now, there will be an anti-bias training at Hadley Luzerne. And tomorrow, 13 Investigates will continue their conversation with Rudy Nidegger. We'll take a look into what parents can do if they feel their child may be bullied.